Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome raw review for the viewers at home today on an all-new mass gainer, lean mass gainer protein powder from our good friends at Core Nutritionals, one of the most anticipated whole food unique lean mass gainers we have seen thus far. It is, of course, Core Grow in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That is it's a big ass tub. And that is a big ass nutritional information panel, but I ain't gonna get it done. We about to go balls deep in this here Core Nutritionals Core Grow. Luckily, got ourselves a big ass nutritional information panel for the viewers at home. Dylan, go ahead and cut up that nutritional information panel for the viewers, man. So I got a nice stable version. Starting from the top, got yourself serving size 3 scoops, 148 grams. Got yourself about 15 of them 3 scoop, 148 gram bitches in one of these Core Grow 5-pound bitches. In terms of what the 3 scoops and 148 gram servings is made up of, it is of course a mass gainer protein powder, so we do have to go through the macros. In fact, that's the primary purpose of a mass gainer, so it's the most important part of going balls deep in this Core Grow. Starting from the top, got yourself calories, 570 calories, of which 90 are from fat. We'll get into that right now. The total fat per serve is 10 grams. So in terms of weight, it's 8% fat by weight, but in terms of where the calories come from, 16% of those 570 calories come from fats. The fats of the 10 gram total fat, 3 grams of that is saturated, a little bit of cholesterol. Moving right along, we get into the carbohydrates. Got yourself 80 grams of carbohydrates in a 3 scoop serve. That means that this Core Grow yields 62% carbs by weight. But if you're looking at where the calories come from, it's 56% of the calories from carbs. Of those 80 grams, 10 grams are dietary fiber, which is awesome for your digestive system. 9 grams are sugars. There is no added sugar, so those are naturally occurring sugars coming from the ingredients that we'll get to in a second. Moving right along, you've then got your protein. 40 grams in a 3 scoop serve, so it's 30% protein by weight, 28% protein in terms of where the calories come from. 167 milligrams of calcium, 90 mgs of sodium, 560 mgs of potassium. Moving right along, let's get into the ingredients. Let's see what this Core Grow is actually made up of. Starting with the Bro Carb Blend, which is the carbohydrates in this Core Grow, comprising of oatmeal flour, quinoa flour, and sweet potato flour. We're talking about whole food sources of carbohydrates, viewers at home. We ain't talking about no cheap filler carbohydrates. We ain't talking about no maltodextrin or those cheap kind of filler carbs that they put in a lot of lean mass gainers or mass gain protein powders or weight gain protein powders. We're talking about whole food, high quality sources of carbs in this here Core Grow, man. Oatmeal flour, quinoa flour, sweet potato flour. It doesn't get any better than that. Moving right along, then into the source of protein, we're talking about cold processed, undenatured whey protein concentrate, which means it's the most biologically available form of whey protein, that undenatured cold processed whey protein concentrate. So you're getting yourself a real easy well, biologically available. It means it's going to be as easy as it can possibly be for your body to use. You're getting a nice full spectrum of naturally occurring amino acids to help with muscle recovery. Moving right along, we then get into the fat blend, the PHAT blend. These are where the fats are coming from, comprising of coconut oil powder, avocado powder, and medium chain triglyceride oil powder. Once again, whole food sources of fats, coconuts, avocados, MCTs, man. It really doesn't get any better than that when you're talking about where the source of those fats is coming from. You ain't got no cheap fats in there, man, for the sake of having fats in your mass gain protein powder. Moving right along, we've then got pomegranate powder, which is going to yield some phytonutrients and some antioxidants. Finally, we've got our digestive enzyme blend comprising of protease 1, protease 11, amylase, lipase, and lactase. Got yourself some artificial colors, no artificial colors. We're talking about core nutritionals in this bitch. Got yourself no artificial colors. Got yourself some artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, natural colors. And that's what's in it. So you can see from the ingredients breakdown, this is truly a not here to spiders mass gain, lean mass gaining protein powder. It's marketed by Core and by CEO of Core, my good friend Doug Miller, as a bro gainer. In fact, when Doug first told me about this, he was honestly considering calling it Core Bro instead of Core Grow because of the ingredients in it. But we're talking about whole food sources of carbs, whole food sources of protein from the undenatured whey protein concentrate, whole food sources of fats, antioxidants, phytonutrients, digestive enzymes, flavor, no artificial colors, and that is really what you're talking about with this Core Grow. So it truly is a whole food in powdered form, a whole food gainer protein powder. There's really, I guess probably what's more interesting when you look at the ingredients is not so much what's in it, but what's not in it. You don't have any cheap filler carbs. You don't have any added sugar for the sake of putting sugar in there because it's a cheap filler carb. I'm going to give you calories. You don't have any cheap fats in there. It really is like Core Nutritionals and CEO Doug Miller has kind of picked the top shelf in terms of what he's put in there as sources of carbs, in terms of what he's put in there as sources of protein, in terms of what he's put in there as sources of fats, and really developed the best possible powdered form lean mass gainer that we have seen on paper in the market thus far. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in two flavors. Comes in peanut butter oatmeal cookie. Similar flavor to what Core use in their highly popular MRP meal replacement protein powder. That's the exact same flavor, the peanut butter oatmeal cookie. Comes in s'mores. New flavor to Core Nutritionals, man. I have tried the peanut butter oatmeal cookie in both the Core Grow and the MRP, and it is amazing. I have yet to try, actually I beta tested the s'mores around 12 months ago when this was in beta testing, but I have yet to try the completed product in the s'mores flavor. So got myself a brand spanking new tub of this Core Nutritionals Grow right here in the s'mores flavor. Gonna rip the top off this bitch. Gonna bro punch this bitch in. Team MassiveJoes style, of course. I'm hoping that the scoop's on top. Come on, Doug. Put the scoop on top. Oh, it is. It's right there. You guys see it? It's poking its little head through at the top there. Gonna grab the scoop on top. Now, this is where it's gonna get a little bit complicated, viewers at home, because you already know we've been through the ingredients that you're talking about 3 scoops, 148 grams in a 3-scoop serve per proper serve. Now that's a scoop. So it ain't a small scoop. That's a shaker. Now trying to fit 3 scoops of that in that shaker, I'm gonna try, but as with all mass gainers, when the serving size is that big, it is gonna cause some issues trying to get the full serve in one shaker. But let's give it a shot. So I got myself, actually directions say, read directions, add 3 scoops to 16 to 20 ounces of cold water. All right, so I've got myself 16 ounces of cold water in that Team MassiveJoes blender bottle there, man. Exactly 16 ounces. For those of us who use the metric system, which is most of the world, 450 milliliters. I'm gonna take myself 3 scoops of this s'mores flavored Core Grow. And let's see if we've got enough space in this shaker. That's scoop number 1. I think we might actually. Scoop number 2 going down. Oh, we got plenty of space in this bitch. Scoop number 3 going down. There you go. That's points to Core Nutritionals for this grow right there, because most other gainers, you know what most other gainers do that really pisses me off is they won't use a standard size scoop like that so that you can go like 3 scoops and fit it in a shaker. They'll use one of them big motherfucking bucket scoops that's like a 150 gram scoop, and so you scoop the powder up in the bucket and you're trying to like like wedge it into your protein and it just goes everywhere. It's horrible. So bravo to Doug Miller and Core Nutritionals for using a standard size scoop with this Core Grow so that we can put you through the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test in this here raw review. 3 scoops in the Team MassiveJoes shaker. Few flicks of the wrist. I'm gonna show you guys how it mixes. And for the very first time, you're gonna see how this s'mores flavored Core Grow tastes, man. I'm putting in some elbow work because there's a gainer and there's a lot of stuff in there to mix, so that's probably enough. All right, so check it. Get the double wall glass over here, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. Zoom and focus action, please. Look at that, man. Look at that. No floaters, no sinkers, no clumps, nothing. That being said, it is 148 grams, 3 scoops in water. You would have absolutely no chance trying to mix that in a glass with a spoon. So I would go so far as to say blender bowl is required for this here Core Grow. Let me, for the very first time, taste the s'mores, man. Oh man. Oh man. Doug Miller's done it again. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but it seems like he has a knack for just being able to nail flavors and get them absolutely spot on, because that is... I've tried s'mores flavored proteins before, and I have yet to have one that nails the true s'mores flavor. That is the true s'mores flavor. I mean, god damn. That is absolutely amazing. I would even, it is close. It is close between the peanut butter oatmeal cookie and that s'mores. I would have to put them, it depends what flavor you're after. If you like peanut butter, you're gonna love the shit out of the peanut butter oatmeal cookie. If you don't and you're more a chocolate person, go to s'mores, but I love them both. I love both chocolate and peanut butter. So for me, man, they are 1-to-1 on par. Those flavors are absolutely spectacular. The good thing with the flavor of this Core Grow is it's not super strong in flavor and it's not super sweet. It's a really pleasant, is really the best way to describe it. It's a really pleasant flavor and just really enjoyable to drink. I really can't say anything else than that. The flavors are, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if it's Core Nutritionals and Doug Miller doing flavors right, or if it's just all the other companies do them wrong, but his flavors are just always on point, and the Core Grow is no exception. I will mention something in terms of the mixability. And you can probably see down the bottom of this glass there, because of the whole food sources of carbs in particular, the oatmeal flour, probably not the sweet potato, probably the oatmeal flour and the quinoa flour, you do get a little bit of residue, so it will settle down the bottom. And you can probably see in the shaker, so the shaker's been sitting there. If I can get some zoom and focus action on that one there, you can see that down the bottom there is like a little bit of sediment, and that's just the natural way that those flours, they're not going to mix in water. So you do have to kind of shake it up and shoot it down, and just beware that it is going to have a little bit of a floury texture because of those whole food sources of carbohydrates. But I don't know about you guys, man, I would take floury texture over cheap filler carbohydrates any damn day in terms of the effects, because that's what you're taking shit for, man. You try and make yourself some gainers. When you look at mass gainer protein powders, effectively, there's a few things you want to look at. You want to look at ratio of calories, where they're coming from. You want to look at total calories, and you want to look at ingredients. If you look at ratio of calories, depending on kind of what you're looking for, this is a 8 to 4 to 1. So 8 carbohydrates to 4 protein to one fats. For a lot of people who are trying to make gains, that is pretty much ideal. It's pretty much the ideal ratio of protein to carbs and fat. So it gets a big tick for that. In terms of the total calories per serve, you're talking 570 calories. So it's not a weight gainer as such, where, you know, like your 1200 calories per serve. Just throw as much weight as you possibly can and don't care if it comes from body fat or muscle or anything like that. This is a lean muscle gainer protein powder, and the 570 calories per serve, once again, is pretty much ideal. 570 calories, 80 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat. For most people looking to gain lean mass and looking to substitute some of their meals with this particular, with any mass gainer, but this one in particular, it really is ideal in terms of macro breakdown and caloric content. The third, so it gets a tick for that. The third thing is in terms of ingredients. I mean, I have never seen a mass gainer on the market that has this quality and this grade of ingredients in it. I mean, the fact that there are no filler carbs at all, there's no filler fats. Every single macronutrient comes from a whole food ingredient. It is just I have to say it. I can't express it any other way. I would have to say, in terms of lean mass gainer protein powder, this here, Core Grow, is the best lean mass gainer protein powder we have seen thus far. I really can't say anything else. I can go on and I can tell you guys, I've already spoken about the ingredients. I can tell you the added digestive enzymes means if you have any issue with gainers, and a lot of people do, they can't digest it, it gives them upset stomach, you're not gonna have it with this Core Grow. You got the antioxidants in there from the pomegranate, you got the phytonutrients in there. I mean, there really isn't a box that Core Grow doesn't tick, and a really solid tick in there in terms of lean mass gainer protein powder. I really don't know what else Core Nutritionals and CEO Doug Miller could have done with this protein powder. It really is ideal, and that's why I say it's the best lean mass gainer protein powder we have seen thus far. It also tastes amazing, and finally, the value for money on it in the Australian market, to get 5 pounds of lean mass gainer protein powder for $100 is hard enough already. To get 5 pounds of this quality of lean mass gainer protein powder for around the $100 mark is just, it really makes you question about the sorts of margins that I think companies are making on their mass gainers. It really does. There's nothing else that I can say, guys, with this Core Grow, apart from if you're in the market for a lean mass gainer protein powder, you have to get yourself some of this Core Grow, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes RAW review and all the other deliciousness on our YouTube channel. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW review on the all-new Core Nutritionals Core Grow in the house. It's a big ass tub, man. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.